that meme of the man chasing money, and he gets older, and as he gets older, he's getting more in his hand.
But he's getting.
But he's old.
Mm-hmm.
The cliff is there. Life is over. He has all the money, and there's no life. He spent his whole life just chasing money, right?
Yeah.
So I think people are starting to put value where it should be.
That's very important.
And that's why a lot of people didn't go back to their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You got places like what? Wawa, McDonald's,
behind the camera did that.
trying to, we'll give you $500. People like jobs are doing signing bonuses now. Like, you never heard of this before.
Yeah, because they want the illusion, the economy, and all of that to keep going.
It's not even so much the illusion. It's because people really understand what matters.
I think, okay, so I had COVID when I was I'm not really, because COVID wasn't here yet, but in 2018, I got pregnant with my daughter. Mm-hmm. That was my coronavirus because I had to sit down. So after I had her, I went back to work, and I could feel like I found mindfulness, and I could feel like that. What is my purpose? I cannot do this. I feel like I'm living a double life. I'm unhappy. So I started the entrepreneurship journey then. When COVID hit, that made me sit down again because people are like, "No, you can't come in here." I was losing business. But it gave me a chance to look more at my personal life because when I was pregnant, I started entrepreneurship, but I was like burning myself out, busy. I wasn't really in tune. Coronavirus, I didn't build anything new, but I went inward. So I guess I built a new inside myself. I'm being vulnerable right now, so I'm a little emotional about we talked about this with the
it's
the
not
release.
it's not I want to say that because I hate using the word woke. It's just so overused and misused now. Just it's like a negative thing, but you came into your own. It's like you was living for everybody else's expectations, and you judge yourself based on what other people thought of you. So you was trying to live up to
I was
other people's expectations, but when you
people pleasing, not having boundaries, not saying no, even though I wanted to say no, and then next thing I know, I'm like really depressed, crying out of nowhere, and I knew I had to slow down. And then coronavirus came right on time, and it made me look at my relationships. It made me look at, what I was doing with my time, what I was watching on TV. Like I just stopped watching the news, like a little bit before coronavirus, but good observation
I've
and
never
breakdown.
watched the news just for what? Ever since I saw Ron Burgundy too, like even the spoof of how we're gonna make up news. I'm like,
yeah, that's pretty much what
truth in plain sight, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
it's just everything's sensationalized, and all you hear is negative. There's a lot of positive things going on.
Television.
Yeah, trauma sells. Like
Programming.
Even in music, it's always a painful R&B that's selling. It's always people love pain and pleasure.
It's because it's what everybody knows. And when I started this conversation, asking if you felt like the energy outside, that's what I've been feeling, like a lot of like aggression and like tension outside. I was in Philly last night, and it just felt different. I mean, it was where I was really cool, but there were moments where you could just sense like people rushing, cutting people off, honking. Just like I'm just telling you, like the world is really like, even if you look at our planet, like just what's happening, like the fires and the volcanoes and the water, like it's just like something is happening. It's a shift or something.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm hoping for another quarantine, make everybody sit down again, because even though it felt weird,
it was necessary.
There's a lot of peace in that, making you sit down, and I guess it was like you had to just get. It was like a caffeine rush. You gotta get that caffeine out your system. And once it was out, I'm like, I really don't like being around a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. I like people in doses, spurts.
I agree. Yeah.
I guess that's my creative mindset.
Everybody needs that solitude, for real. Do you meditate?
I pray. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, solitude, stillness, intention, gratitude.
Yeah, I think it's just finding balance over it, because it was, I'm not going to sit here and say it was easy, but just trying to find that balance, your balance. Because the quarantine, gym shut down. I gained all the weight that I lost plus some. And I'm like, that, now for me, that was the thing that got me a little depressed. I'm like, man, I was on a mission. I was going to be the next Marvel villain. I was turning back the clock, getting back to my college athlete body. Then COVID hit. I'm 6'7", so working out in the house, that's not it. Then out here, it's either too cold or the mutant mosquitoes is biting at your neck. It's like, yo, this is not right at all. So that part for me during the quarantine was the tough one. It was like that weight gain just had me. Insomnia was kicking in, and I just had to. Then I had to think in a broad scope. People are dying, and I'm just complaining about gaining some weight.
That's one way to look at it.
I'm still here. You know.
At Wawa today, I was telling Lionel, after the flat tire, I had to go and wash my feet in Wawa, and there was an older lady in there, and she was like grunting. And when she came out, I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Why wouldn't I be?" Little lady with her shades on in the bathroom, and I'm like, you know what? That's the right attitude to have. And then she's washing her hands. She runs out of soap, and then she goes over me, and then it's only one pump. She goes for two. It's not there. There's nothing left, and then she's like, "I'll make do." Like, just talking, and I'm like, yes, giving me the sermon today. Like, that mindset that is necessary. Why complain? People are dying. Let me be productive. Let me create something. I feel like that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for anyway. We create.
That's a fact. Leave it all on the floor, and that's kind of had that mindset of, tomorrow's not promised. I don't want to check out of here with a to-do list on a whiteboard.
Let it unfold.
A friend of mine passed away, and my uncle showed like, look, and he was gonna do this, that, and I'm like, can't check out that way. I gotta do what I'm meant to do while I'm here to do it. And of course, we don't know all things, but I'm just gonna maximize the gifts that I have and learn all I can and apply all I can while I can do it, so I don't leave here with.
That's why you're here.
Yeah. I got people that's looking up to me, people that's watching every move that I make, so I got to give it my all every time I'm at bat, because it might be your last time at bat. You don't want to sit there and just
with the gems, you dropping them. I love it.
Pitches fly and you don't swing. And divine timing is everything.
Yes.
Nothing's by coincidence. You being here, sir, is not by coincidence. Us having this conversation, because it's that one sentence that is the difference between, man, I'm about to quit. Like, no, or nah, man, I can do this. It's always a moment that's, everybody's always hitting a fork. There's a fork in the road you come across every day, and it's going to be something that's either going to push you to the side you should be going, or something that's going to push you the other way. So that's why we all have to be conscious of what we're saying and who we're around.
Intentional.
Like, even if you have some heaviness on you,
you carry it different.
Gotta be careful where you let it out.
How you let it out.
Because imagine if I was angry or upset or just bitter about, and I'm just spewing out all these things. I can sell anything. I can sell encouragement,
it's the frequency,
or I can plant seeds of bitterness. You know what? Yeah, man, you're right. F all this, and now
raising a generation of
my negativity seeped on you, and you going out of here feeling the same way. And you're looking at people. I wish them would.
Yes, like live by the sword, die by the sword. Like, you're just drawing that to you. It's like, if you out there with that mindset, you're gonna find the problems, because that's how you out there. And then now you totally. That's an energy thing. So when you put out encouragement, you inspiring. I feel that.
And let's say you leave out of here negative, right? And something happens as a result of your emotions. Like, we're all responsible for ourselves, but then I gotta own that because I planted that seed on you. And something bad happened. So it's always a domino effect. So that's why I try to be as positive as I can. Like, if I'm by myself and I need just like, then I'll get that out by myself. But I don't want to plant that nowhere else, because I don't want nobody to say, well, that's how Aaron reacted, so I can act that way.
So I agree, but I have done some work on, and from my experience, to always be positive is not saying that. I feel like you can give criticism or disagree in a respectful way, right? But I feel like to always be like look on the bright side or be thankful for this. Like sometimes we do have to feel that pain. Like we have to feel that hurt, that disappointment, that frustration, because that's a part of our DNA, our hormones, our like. But I get what you're saying, like how we get it out, how we put it out. Like so when you see me like dancing online, that's me. I just got off the phone. I got a text message and I'm pissed off or something. I'm gonna dance because I need to get out of my head and get into my body and like work it out. You know. But I'm all over the place. I know.
No, it's the same thing because it's a maturity thing, right?
Yes.
If I need to be vulnerable and let some of that off, but I know you can handle that, then I can get that out and they're like, all right, let's reel it back in now. But if I know that I'm a heavy influence on you and I do that, then you're going to take that, well, he did it so I can do it because I look at him and I follow his blueprint.
Yes.
But that's why I'm always mindful of, my surroundings of where I can and where I can't because I know who can handle and who can't handle. That's why a lot of rooms I'll sit down and just be quiet and like, my people watching, because I'm picking up on, I'm like discerning how they intake things and then export it right back out. So I'm watching how you move. I'm watching how you talk to other people, how you treat other people. That way, that lets me know, okay, I have to manage to that behavior or go up, come down, understand your behavioral types so I can.
I respect that so much.
Get on that.
I respect that because I feel like you're being flexible and fluid depending on other people's like how they're surviving, right? Versus like just saying, you know what, I can't even a big boundary. Because sometimes I feel like you should be able to say things, but because their perception of where they are, they're not able to receive it. So they are going to take it personal. They are going to take it as an attack when it's like, I should be able to express myself without you feeling like I'm impacting you negatively. Because your feelings are your feelings for you to manage, and my feelings are my feelings for me to manage.